When King Hezekiah of Yehudah showed off all his possessions to the messengers of Babel, Yeshayahu said to Hezekiah, "Hear the word of Yahweh.
Behold, the days come, that all that is in thy house, and that which thy fathers have laid up in store to this day, shall be carried to Babel. Nothing shall be left, saith Yahweh. And of thy sons that shall issue from thee, whom thou shalt beget, shall they take away, and they shall be eunuchs in the palace of the king of Babel."
Then said Hezekiah to Yeshayahu, "Good is the word of Yahweh which thou hast spoken." He said moreover, "Is it not so, if peace and truth shall be in my days?" Now the rest of the acts of Hezekiah, and all his might, and how he made the pool and the conduit, and brought water into the city, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Yehudah? And Hezekiah slept with his fathers, and Manasseh his son reigned in his stead. Of the books called Kings, the second, chapter 21. Manasseh was 12 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 55 years in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Hephzibah. And he did that which was evil in the sight of Yahweh, after the abominations of the nations whom Yahweh cast out before the children of Israel. For he built again the high places which Hezekiah his father had destroyed, and he reared up altars for the Baal, and made a Asherah, as did Ahab, king of Israel, and worshipped all the host of the skies, and served them. And he built altars in the house of Yahweh, whereof Yahweh said, "In Jerusalem will I put my name." And he built altars for all the host of the skies in the 2 courts of the house of Yahweh. And he made his son to pass through the fire, and practiced augury, and used enchantments, and effectuated with them that had familiar spirits, and with wizards. He wrought much evil in the sight of Yahweh, to provoke him to anger. And he set the graven image of Asherah that he had made in the house of which Yahweh said to David and to Shalomo his son, "In this house and in Jerusalem, which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel, will I put my name forever. Neither will I cause the feet of Israel to wander any more out of the land which I gave their fathers, if only they will observe to do according to all that I have commanded them, and according to all the law that my servant Moshe commanded them." But they hearkened not, and Manasseh seduced them to do that which is evil, more than did the nations whom Yahweh destroyed before the children of Israel. And Yahweh spoke by his servants the prophets, saying, "Because Manasseh king of Yehudah hath done these abominations, and hath done wickedly above all that the Amorri did that were before him, and hath made Yehudah also to sin with his idols,
Therefore thus saith Yahweh the God of Yisrael, Behold, I bring such evil upon Jerusalem and Jehudah, that whosoever heareth of it, both his ears shall tingle. And I will stretch over Jerusalem the line of Shamaron, and the plummet of the house of Ahab, and I will wipe Jerusalem as a man wipeth a dish, wiping it and turning it upside down, and I will cast off the remnant of my inheritance, and deliver them into the hand of their enemies, and they shall become a prey and a spoil to all their enemies, because they have done that which is evil in my sight, and have provoked me to anger, since the day their fathers have come forth out of Mithraim, even to this day.
Moreover, Manasseh shed innocent blood very much, till he had filled Jerusalem mouth to mouth. Besides his sin wherewith he made Yehudah to sin, in doing that which was evil in the sight of Yahweh. Now the rest of the acts of Manasseh, and all that he did, and his sin that he sinned, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Yehudah? And Manasseh slept with his fathers, and was buried in the garden of his own house, in the garden of Uzzah, and Amon his son reigned in his stead. Amon was 22 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 2 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Meshullemeth, the daughter of Haruth of Yetavah. And he did that which was evil in the sight of Yahweh, as did Manasseh his father. And he walked in all the way that his father walked in, and served the idols that his father served, and worshipped them. And he forsook Yahweh the God of his fathers, and walked not in the way of Yahweh. And the servants of Amon conspired against him, and put the king to death in his own house. But the people of the land slew all them that had conspired against King Amon, and the people of the land made Yoshiyahu his son king in his stead. Now the rest of the acts of Amon which he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Yehudah? And he was buried in his sepulchre in the garden of Uzzah, and Yoshiyahu his son reigned in his stead. Yoshiyahu was 8 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 31 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Yedidah, the daughter of Adaiah of Bathkat. And he did that which was right in the eyes of Yahweh, and walked in all the way of David his father, and turned not aside to the right hand or to the left.